Hey guys, so I've been breastfeeding for 6 months now, almost 7 months, and it's pretty much the same, except I find that she has been eating a lot more ounces. Like now she's eating like 5 ounces instead of the usual 4 ounces and all of that. So it does make pumping at work a little harder. So I actually, because before I was doing the 2 pumps during work, and now I'm doing the 1 pump during work. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to the 2 pumps during my work hours, and I go to work from 9:30 to 6:30. So if I pump before I go into work like at least an hour or an hour and a half before, and then feed her, or feed her then pump, or pump then feed her, whichever comes first. I don't have to pump again until about if I pump before I leave work, and then by the time I get there, I don't have to pump again until 12 or 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then if I wait 3 or 4 hours, then I don't have to pump again until about I want to say 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then by the time 6:30 hits, I don't have to pump again until I get home, and I'll already be home for the other pump, so I can feed her and then pump. But I haven't been doing that. What I have been doing is pumping and feeding her before I actually go to work, and then once I get to work, I'm actually pumping at like 2, which is like 4 or 5 hours after I have pumped and fed her, before heading to work, which is it's long. It's a little bit, I'm stretching it out and all of that, which can be okay. But if I want more milk, I need to do 2 pumps during the day, because it gives me at least 4 ounces, which it'll be 16 ounces. So, and that's what I need. And then those 4 bottles that I'll pump, because if I pump on this side, it's 4 ounces, at least 3 to 4 ounces, and this side 3 to 4 ounces. So if I pump twice, it'll range 16 to 20 ounces I'll get, depending on how much I pumped. And then when I get home, it'll be another. But those 4 bottles that I pumped at work would be pretty much for her to drink the next day. Sometimes I don't get to pump until like 9 o'clock because I oversleep and I don't have time to pump, which is kind of messing me up also. So it's just, I'm still breastfeeding. It's just the motivation of waking up and doing it in a timely, on a schedule. I don't have a schedule really, and on the weekends I don't pump, but I think I'm going to start pumping on the weekends whenever I get the chance. The only thing that is a problem is if I go out, then the milk that I pumped would be for her, and she drinks a lot now. So the milk that I pump on the weekends that I want to leave for her for Mondays is usually gone. So I am trying to finding myself trying to pump more milk in the morning, or having to thaw out a packet of milk that that I want to save. So I think it's just right now, since she's 6 or 7, she's between the age of 6 and 7 months, it's a lot more that I have to do now, and she drinks a lot more. And we've tried to feed her like baby cereal, or but she's just not ready for it right now. So we've I've been trying to figure out what to do to make, you know, the milk last longer. But so far, it's been doing really well. I'm really proud of myself. I never thought I would make it this far. And I've been doing everything that I usually do. So I don't eat oatmeal anymore, which I need to go back to eating oatmeal in the mornings because it really did help me increase my milk. And what else? What else? Power pumping. So if I don't usually power pump, but if I have to, I will. And I'll do 15 minutes. Oh, I also pump for 30 minutes at a time. So I'll pump for 30 minutes, which means I'll have at least 2 letdowns. 2 letdowns, and that increases, that'll give me a little bit more ounces in a bottle. So if I'm at 3 and I have 2 letdowns, it'll give me 2, 4, 5 ounces. If I do those 30-minute pumps, but sometimes I'm in a rush and I'm only able to do 10 or 15-minute pumps or 5-minute pumps, or just enough to just empty the breast out. And if I miss a pump session, if I'm in a rush, sometimes I'm only able to pump for 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm only able to pump enough, like, you know, just emptying the breast. But I find that if I'm rushing, then I don't get enough milk. And that's not able, because she does drink a lot now. She drinks at least 5 ounces now, so it's killing. I've been doing everything that I usually do with the pumping and feeding her, having her attached to me at nighttime. I sleep with her attached to me. And if she wakes up in the middle of the night and she's unlatched, I'll just latch her. I will wear something that, you know, is easy for me to just whip out a boob and just put in her mouth. Because I find that it's easier, and she does sleep better when she's like cradled next to me, and, you know, she knows that her food is there. And I remember in the last video I did tell you guys that eating oatmeal helps, and I know it would help increase my milk, but I just, you know, lately I haven't been able to wake up on time, like I said earlier, to make the oatmeal. But I definitely will be getting back into that routine of making oatmeal, so that I can eat it and it will increase my milk supply. I'm also thinking about making brownies, so I will be doing a DIY lactation brownies pretty soon. Once I buy the ingredients and all of that, I will be doing a DIY of that, just, you know, and just testing it out and see how many I need to eat in order to increase my supply. But right now my supply is pretty good. It depends on what I eat, honestly, to increase my milk. Like sometimes, like oatmeal is really out of my diet, so that doesn't help. But if I drink Gatorade, that helps a lot. Sometimes I'll drink like 2 sips of a beer or something, and I'll see an increase of that. And sometimes if I notice that when I pump for 30 minutes, I do get extra, and my milk does come in. So it all depends on. I did order new breast feeding pump parts. I went to Amazon and I ordered the Medela kit, and I got like all new breast pump appliances, and I got 2 new you know, with the tube attached, and I got 4 of the membranes and 4 of, well, actually not 4, I got like 6 of those little white things that you really need to be able to actually pump and the milk to go through. I got 2 new tubes. I also ordered some Medela bottles, so I will be doing a review on those, and the new breast pump parts. So and so far I've only had those bottles for, I want to say like 3 or 4 days, and I love them. They're so much easier to pump. in than the tubes that I had. I found that when I was pumping with the tubes that I always, I would stop and I had to unscrew it, then carefully pour my milk into the little bags that were given to me. I think they were called Laniso, I don't know. But those little milk bags that you get at Target or Walmart, I find that like when I would stop the pump and have to screw it off, that it was stopping my milk from flowing. So when I would start back up again, I wasn't going to get what I would usually get, because it's like starting all over again. So I figured that if I bought the bottles and pumped into the bottles, and all I have to do is screw it on, by the time it reaches 5 ounces or 6 ounces, my breast will pretty much be empty already. I have found that I only have like at least 5 or 6 ounces, and on a good day 6 plus ounces when I pump.
Hey, not to interrupt. You doing a damn good this time. I like this shit.
Oh, when
I would actually sit there and watch your video a little bit more. It sounds very educational. If I was all educated shit, I'll watch and get some information.
Oh, thank you. But I just feel like the bottles were a lot easier, and I was finding myself frustrated because I had to clean the tubes more, and I didn't, it's when I'm rushing to get back to work and pumping, I found that I was just throwing the tubes in the bag, and it wasn't being washed. So I'm gonna see if I can insert a clip of the little tube that I'm talking about, because I'm not sure. But the bottles are actually better, because I just have to attach them to my pump, pumping them, and once they're full, all I gotta do is take the tops that comes with it and screw it on, and boom, it's in the refrigerator. And I also can put it in the freezer if I wanted to, but I'm just pumping for bottles for the next day. I am thinking about starting a stash up again, just because I have been going through the stash that I have now, and I want the stash for emergencies. So I know if I add those 2 pumps that during my work day, that I actually will be able to produce enough milk and do the stash. I had this crazy idea that if my daughter would eat more during the day, like actual food, then I would have more milk. But that whole feeding food thing with her right now is just not successful, and some people are telling me that I don't need to rush it or anything. So I'm just taking my time with introducing her to foods, and I'll just be feeding her milk as much as I can. But with feeding her with food, like, it hasn't been a good go. I think I talked about it earlier, and she's just not ready to eat foods, so, which is sad, because I would love to, like, have her drink less milk and eat more food so she's more full, because I think that the milk doesn't feed her, the milk doesn't fill her up as it should, so she wants more, or maybe it's just a comfort thing. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I know when I'm home, she is always attached to me. Like, she hardly drinks a bottle when she's with me, so and I think that's also what's been keeping my supply up. And if I do miss a pump session, I pump an extra whatever. I just forget that I'm pumping, and I'm just engrossed in my phone, and I'll just do whatever I'm on my phone, whatever I'm doing on my phone, and the pump will keep going until I feel like, okay, that's enough. I would encourage eating oatmeal, even though I do not eat oatmeal like that, but I will be getting back to eating oatmeal. I would encourage you guys to invest in a really good pump, and if you guys really need to order new parts, I really would say go for it. Ordering new parts for your pump will probably make a difference, and you'll probably see a difference if it all depends on what might work for you, because I noticed that when I had my other pump parts, I'm not gonna even lie, it was dirty, and I wasn't cleaning it how I was, how I was supposed to, and I'm gonna keep those the parts, but I just thought, okay, you know what, I don't have time to be cleaning these right now. My daughter's milk needs to be I wanted her milk to be good, and I don't want to worry about if what's going to happen if the mold in the pump part was going to affect her milk, or if it's going to make her sick. Or so I just went on right on Amazon, and I typed in what I wanted, and I had seen that they had a Medela kit for all the pump parts, and I just ordered that. It was like $24 on Amazon, and they said it was going to come between July 18th and July 24th, but I actually honestly I ordered it on Monday, and I got it by Thursday, so it came a lot earlier than what I thought. And also the bottles came earlier than what I thought. It came like the next day, so I didn't have to worry about waiting. I was able to use the bottles the next day, and I just loved it for work. It was just so much easier. Also, I've been having a problem with the bags, the milk bags that I have. I think I told you guys in my last clip in my last video about what milk bags I was using, and lately when I've been thawing out milk, like, it has a hole in it. Like, I have to put the bag in something else for it to thaw out, so my milk is not lost, which is really frustrating. And when I want to run it in hot water, the milk was just flowing out into the sink, so I was like, oh my god. So I couldn't run it in hot water and pump it. Run it in hot water and pour it in the bag. I had to like pretty much just leave it in the cup and have my husband put it in the bottles for me when he got home, just because there was holes in it. So I was getting really frustrated, and that's another reason why I was ordering the bottles, because I was tired of the bags, pouring it. Also for work, I felt like it was taking too much time. But I am almost there to a year, and that is how long I want to pump for. And I have a feeling that I will pump longer than that and breastfeed longer than that, which I'm excited about. I have passed the mark that I did with my other daughters, Nina and Skylar, because I pumped with her for about, not even that long, honestly. She was like still a newborn, and Skylar, I pumped with her 4.5 months. So Ava is definitely way above that, and I'm super proud of myself. Sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes I'm frustrated. Sometimes I don't feel like pumping because I'm doing something, I'm engrossed in something, and I just don't want to let it go. But then I'm like, you know what? She needs her food. What am I going to feed her? I don't want to do formula. Formula costs too much. I've done formula, and it's awesome, but if I could save money on buying it, then I'll do that. And I formula fed my other kids, so there's no problem formula feeding your kids. So I think I'm going to a year. So right now we are between 6 and 7 months, and so far it's been going really well. I think I told you guys about that breastfeeding mamas group on Facebook that I am a part of. So I will put the link down below for you guys. I know I said it in my last video, but this time I really will put the link down below in case any of my moms want to definitely want to be a part of it, want to get that support, because they support you in your breast. Even if you do formula, they'll support you. They'll tell you what's the best formula for your child to take or drink, or if you have a problem with your child sleeping or just anything. They're a really supportive group, and it's a very diverse group of women, females that I just love, and I love that group. I love reading other people's problems. You know, maybe you don't want to speak on the problem that you're having, you most likely will find it in the group. So I will definitely put the link below. You also can Facebook message me if you want to from the group on anything. And if you guys have any other like questions or videos you want me to do with breastfeeding, I definitely can do them. I am also going to do a how do I clean my breast pump parts, because I know a lot of people, you know, have a hard time doing it, but I do it in a way that makes it easier for me. And I use something else to help me clean it with also. And I've seen a lot of videos, but I don't do it like the other videos. So, and I also will do a video on how to use a breast pump also. And what else? I don't know, like just tell me you guys request whatever, like the videos you want. And I will definitely do them. And if you have any questions, I will definitely answer them. I also put my email down below, in case you guys. What? I'll definitely put my email down below for you guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helped. And if I was all over the place with my video, I'm so sorry. My mind was just all over the place in general. So definitely please request any videos you want me to do for that involve breastfeeding, or any questions you have. I would love to answer them. And see you in my next video.